which means that Barry Venison is included and Jan Mulby has not recovered from his hamstring injury. The player missing from the last league match when Liverpool were beaten by Watford is John Walk. Kenny Dalglish is the substitute. Well, Chelsea would be happy to have sunshine from anywhere at the moment. John Hollins, as Trevor Brooking has just said, has lost Kerry Dixon and Pat Nevin, an ankle and a groin strain respectively. And indeed, there are 5 changes from the team which conceded 4 goals at home to Wimbledon last Saturday week, I suppose we have to say. Included in midfield, Jerry Murphy at number 11, and Kevin McAllister gets the role that would have been played by Pat Nevin. Keith Hackett refereeing his 3rd game of the weekend. In fact, the first was an under-11 match on Saturday morning, then a local league match yesterday afternoon, and now he's at Anfield. He clearly has no intention of going early. Spackman and Doug Ruby. They'll be hoping to play better passes than that one. Dublin. As you may well have read, Grubble are early into the act. As you may well have read, it's 51 years since Chelsea was successful on this ground back in 1935, also in December. That's in league competition. They have won here in the Cup since, rather more recently in 1966, when John Hollins, the manager, was one of the players. David Speedy, Barry Venison, wearing 10 but playing at right back. Came here in the close season from Sunderland. Actually, it was a little bit of a do-it-yourself transfer. He wrote around to all the First Division clubs, reminding them that he was available. Nicol. And the first touch for Eddie Nijveski. Speedy up in front of Hansen. Not a bad try. I noticed that a lot of words have been written about this being John Hollins' trial by television. But if managers were judged on getting successes away from home at Anfield, there would be quite an enormous turnaround of them, I would think. Here's McAllister. The gap's there, but the shot really wasn't. Whelan. McMahon to the left. Rush in the box is offside, and is given so. It's well played out by Murphy. Nicely done by Chelsea. Jury, if it's played early, is unmarked in the middle. Speedy couldn't do it. It was a bit tough on Gordon Jury because he'd certainly found where the gap was, but it needed the first-time ball from Speedy, which is very easy to play from the back of the stand or even high up on a television gantry. Murphy, McAllister. Same amount of push and shove between Hansen and John Bumstead. Venison. Rush. Gets slightly gingerly to his feet, Ian Rush. Trying to get out of a rather barren spell, actually. He hasn't scored for 5 games, or 6 if you include the match in Dubai. Venison. First time shot. Cut out by Pates, and a bit of an argument going on, it would seem, between Pates and Dublin as to how Venison had so much room on that right side from Liverpool's viewpoint. The Chelsea left, which should have been Dublin's, presumably. We've had 10 minutes of the contest. Gillespie. Great climb by Speedy. Whether Niedzwiecki would have got across, I'm not sure, but Speedy certainly cleared it well. Well watched by McLaughlin. Speedy. Oh no. Walsh. Good challenge by Bumstead. But the Liverpool pressure increasing. Five now in the box for Liverpool. Nicol. And Bumstead, who was put completely off balance by Ronnie Whelan, in the end had a simple tap out. Lawrenson on the near post. Rugby got it away. Spackman, Murphy. McAllister is having quite a lively start. Speedy. Oh, that's a poor clearance by Nicol. Murphy. And they're all looking at Steve Nicol for a very unlike Liverpool piece of defending. I can only assume that nobody shouted to him, but he just put a header to the edge of the 18-yard area and no more. And there Jerry Murphy was waiting, but couldn't keep the ball down. Pates. Free kick for Chelsea. Speedy wanting to get on with it, but the whistle had gone. Worth noting that that attack was born of the length of clearance by Niedzwiecki. Sprackman, Murphy and Jury on the ball. Rugby makes the run right to left. Speedy tries to get up. Well cleared by Lawrenson and then by Beglin. No space for Pates and for Dublin if he needs him. And the ball forced him to go back there rather than onto it. Bumstead, Spackman, Speedy, McAllister, Rugby outside, everybody else the other way. Murphy, good try and a good save. There's a bit of dip on that, and a bit of swerve too. Good striker of the ball on his left side. And well turned over. Produced the corner, takes it. Or at least forced the goalkeeper to produce the corner, takes it. Robillard. Oh, there's a bit of a punch down. Jury. Too much. Interesting that there have been a number of occasions when Liverpool have overhit the passes so far in this match. That is when they are at their most dangerous, when they seem to be under pressure and suddenly they break and the cover is not there from the opposition. Oh yes, he's on. This is a real opportunity. Grobbelaar to meet him. Gary Gillespie got back to deny him. But maybe McAllister wanted too many touches. Waited too long. Good challenge slide in by Gillespie. McAllister. Well, they're queuing up, and the free kick is given Liverpool's way. And Bobby Charlton, when you get a chance like that, you have to really make up your mind when you're going to let it go, don't you? Did he?
Yes, actually, I thought that the lad thought that he was offside, but he was really very direct, went straight to the post, but good covering by the Liverpool defence. But it's the type of situation where he has to make his mind up quite quickly, where he's going to go, which foot he's going to hit it with. And by the time he made up his mind, unfortunately, you know, the chance was gone. And but it was a terrific opportunity for him. And I think that Chelsea have been playing really quite good, constructive and intelligent football, and the crosses that have been coming in have been finding some of the Liverpool players wanting. Even though people like Gillespie and Hansen do have the height advantage, they haven't been shown it at this particular time. No, Chelsea have been quite well pleased with the first period of this match. They've done very well.
Murphy. No problems this time for Grobbelaar, but our statistician has worked out that Chelsea, in coming up to 25 minutes gone, have had 6 opportunities on his goal, whereas Liverpool have not really created one on Eddie Niedzwiecki's. As has been said on just a few occasions, it's a funny game, football. This had been played on a Saturday, you'd have said it was an absolute home banker, but not proving to be so at the moment. McMahon, Nicol coming across. Lawrenson, Gillespie to his right. Rush. Still on it a bit. Whelan. And the chances now stand at 6-1. Good distance this time. Unkind bounce on Pates. Travelling gets a foot in, but he's not finding life too easy. Here's Nicol on this side. Didn't make it, never looked like doing so. Free kick against McLaughlin. Foul challenge on Rush. And this free kick coming right on the half-hour point. 0-0 the score. Four marking 3 to the right of the wall as we look. Rush is the nearest, then Walsh, then Lawrenson, then Gillespie. Oh yes, Ronnie Whelan! Got a well-taken free kick. Niedzwiecki was way over the other side and came back to get to the ball which had gone over the wall. He was in the right place, I'm not just suggesting that he wasn't, but he had so much ground. Anfield certainly full of noise this afternoon. Murphy. That shout came from Mr. Hackett. Played by Hansen. Bumstead. Ronnie Whelan was the player who got in the way. Lawrenson. Liverpool attacking the top end, which is the way they like to play in the second half. It's Besky in trouble, and the Baron spell ends. Nichols cross, and you know who scores, and you know what that means, and I'm not going to tell you any more than that because it's becoming the most boring statistic in football. But what a good cross. Nijveski was in trouble at that moment, and up rose Rush, and that's 2-0 Liverpool, and his 22nd of the season. Just look where Nijveski is now. He's never going to reach the cross, and Rush climbed so well. Of course, let me remind you, came from Steve Nicol. Oh, and this is Paul Walsh, and this is Ian Rush, but that's Nijveski's. Murphy, foul by Lawrenson, which I think the Scotsman made sure he got, but even so was a foul. And this is a very, very similar position from which Ronnie Whelan scored in the first half. Just slightly further away, I suggest. Four-man wall. Well, the fact that Dury has taken a position on the left would allow Murphy to try and curl it around with his left. Goes for the header, which he doesn't find. McAllister struck it well, but straight at gobble up. One note being held at one end of the ground and a constant Chelsea at the other. And I suppose they'll be trying to keep it up for another half an hour. That's the position as we reach the hour in the match. 2-0 to Liverpool. Good return, Jim Beglin. Lovely turn by Rush. McMahon never had any doubt in his mind that he was going to go for goal. Good save by Nijveski. There's a player to his right, but he was going to have a strike with Steve McMahon, and it was palmed away for the corner. Walsh, Whelan, Rush made it his. Lawrenson just flashed at it. Spackman, chance. Beglin got in the way. There was a 4-1 break then for a moment. It's a fine ball by Venison to Nicol, who supplied the cross for goal number 2. Walsh. Corner. Gillespie off the line by Murphy. Tremendous Liverpool pressure, which will come to an end. Free kick for the challenge on Murphy, who was the player who just cleared off the line. Did it with great aplomb. Nichols' corner. Flick came from Gillespie, and Nijveski seemed to see it late and just poked away. McMahon. Beglin. Alan Hansen scored Liverpool's goal on Tuesday night in Dubai. Hasn't done that too often. His last league goal was in May '84. Rush thought that he might be in for one then, but the back header from Walsh going slightly astray. Here's the Liverpool skipper. Beglin. Nicol. And still. Rush in the middle, Whelan on the near side as we look. Nicol. Oh, I say, what a classic goal! Well, Nijveski picks himself up from the back of the net. He had to make so much ground. As Nicol came across, there were two possibilities of a pass on for him. Nijveski was well forward and he chipped the ball over his head so sweetly to find the back rigging.
What a fantastic goal. I was just actually thinking that Paul Walsh is having a really good game, but Steve Nicol, who has had a particularly good match on that side of the field, actually just scored the type of goal that you would dream about. I mean, everything went right for him. The players were all caught on the heels. He had a good look up, saw the goalkeeper just a yard or two off the line, but that was enough for him to make the decision, and a brilliant goal was the result.
3-0 to Liverpool, and the century achieved. And if you're going to score a goal which decides a century, you couldn't ask for much better than that. All three goals have been very different, but all really quite classic. The free kick from Whelan, the header from Rush, the finish from Nicol with the chip. Murphy. Whelan, it bounced a bit kindly for him, Rush is offside. McMahon. Determination from Benison. The linesman shook his head when the referee looked at him, but there was a moment when the ball was handled then. But it had to be intentional, of course. Whelan, McMahon, Beglin, Nicol on the left, everybody else the other way. Rush, oh, he's made the gap. Didn't really find a shot worthy of note. 10 minutes left. Wood to Rugby to nobody.
Completely superior Liverpool now. A little bit of trepidation for me. It's our team that have to come and play them here on Boxing Day, but I've no doubt Alex Ferguson will have had a close look at them and act accordingly. But what a tremendous arena to have a really top-class football match. I'm sure the people that have watched today have enjoyed it, even though the match might have been slightly one-sided.
Well, now I know why you've been writing all those notes. Lawrenson. Dalglish. Pates upside him. Five minutes remaining, and it probably won't be enough for Kenny Dalglish. Having got on, he's immediately got the taste for it. Hansen. Benison. Kick against Colin Pates. McMahon. Climb again by Speedy, but Hansen didn't take his eye off the ball for a second. McLaughlin. Nicol. Free kick against Rugby. Scott against Scott. Here's Gillespie. So much power in it, but it doesn't go. Really tanked that, and it spun away from Lidzveski. Took, it seemed, an eternity to get up, but the ball did not cross. Just couldn't regain his balance, the goalkeeper, but he did just in time. Jury, Speedy, unlucky. Nice sportsmanship. Good early ball. It's a question of getting there first and sticking out the foot. And Speedy got there first, but couldn't change the angle of the movement of the ball. Benison. Hansen. At the hole while Whelan got back to an onside position, and here's Hansen. Lidzveski very quickly off his line. Whelan. Lawrenson. Mr. Hackett has one look at his watch. Three nothing it is. For half an hour we wondered, but once Ronnie Whelan scored, the die was cast, and Liverpool offered us three real gems. Beautiful goals. Whelan getting the first, Rush getting the second, and Kenny Dalglish's side coming off quite comfortably the victors, with Nicol getting the third goal, and a brilliant goal it was too, the 100th against Chelsea on this ground in league football.